Hey guys, Dustin here from Gold Rat High Bankers. Just going to shoot a quick little video of our cleanup mini sluice, which is going to go live today on the website. We'll do a little demo in a minute, show you how it all works. But this is a unit. We've got 28mm bung in the back for your silage hose. We're running 1100 gallon bilge pumps. These are Rule bilge pumps. I found these to be the best bilge pump for the amp rating, and they draw 3 amps, about 3.3 when I tested them. So they'll run on a little battery for quite a while. I'll just show you how we hook the water flow up here. We've got a threaded hose, so we just use the thread. Twist that in, and that's all we need. Don't need any clamps or anything like that. That'll hold the pressure in really well. Now I'll just talk to you about these universal leg kits. So we used a universal leg kit on these, as well as a new product we have coming out, but these universal leg kits will be available for purchase as standalone as well shortly. You have quite a lot of variation in here as far as angle and pitch, height, and if you want to actually vary this angle as well, you can move your retaining nut from here to here, and you have a secondary angle. Now I run this cleanup sluice with the mini Dream mat at about 8.5 degrees. Found that to be pretty damn spot on for the type of material that I run. These little boxes are also going to come with a piece of V-rib. A lot of guys love cleaning out with their V-rib. It's not very expensive, so we'll cut it for you. Make sure it's there in the kit. We have the gate system up the top here. I'll just show you what it looks like without the rubber bung. We could continue this all the way. In our first prototype on this, we had the clamp running forward, and what we found was create a little bit of over action here. We actually want to take out some of the force from that bilge pump when it comes through. We could close this gap off, but then you don't have access if there's any obstruction or if you want to get in there. So I made this removable, and same with this water gate. So this water gate regulates your flow. You need a bit of pressure to bring the water up here. We want to take that pressure out of the water and mimic what happens in a stream system. Now we've had these CNC cut so that you can run a little spray bar as well. Convert this over to a little mini high banker when you're out in the field or backpacking, or you're going to go up some of those dodgy gullies that us prospectors like to get into with a backpack, and this will allow you to take your feed from here, transfer it over to this. You can even remove this water dam, and then you've got your little slick plate area here. Now ideally you do want to classify this with an 8 mesh. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute, but that's the basic unit. Pretty happy with where it's ended up. We've had a lot of revisions, worked with a lot of small scale miners, making small changes over the last 6 months, and I'm happy with where it's at right now. This unit also goes hand in hand with the 777 mini rock crusher. We can take the legs off and we can use that in our 777 mini as is. We can mount that in there, and I'll shoot another video to explain how we convert it over to that 777 mini. But for now, I'm just going to show you how this works, and I'll set it up and we'll run a bit of material. Right, guys, so I've just set up a recirc tub here. Just running tub in a tub, isolating the pickup. Just running to a little 34 amp hour battery here. And you can see how that flow comes underneath, punches over this reverse ripple and dams pressure. You take that out, it'll end up as a bit aggressive, and that actually allows the water to pool more naturally, get a much better feed rate. So I mentioned that this mat likes 8 mesh. This is what 8 mesh looks like. This is the Proline 8 mesh sieves that we supply, but any 8 mesh will do. And this is what 8 mesh material looks like. I'll set you up here on the tripod and feed some material. Try and show you what this should look like. You can see that material spinning around there, it's changing. Looks like a whole reserve cone in there. So you know, doing that running right when you can see this action in here. Can you see that exchange? All the way down through the system. Hard to see with the light, but you see that exchanging. We have this over-under cell here which works really well. I'll just feed a bit more material in there and see if we can get a bit of a close-up with that. Now this will work really well down the creek. If you're classifying into a bucket, I'll sit down and crack a beer and just spoon feed this in. Or ideally in the workshop to run buckets at home. If you don't feel like cleaning up on the day, you can bring it home. Run it when you've got a bit of time. So this is about 7 kilos material here. Can't actually remember what's in this, so whoop, the batteries run out. An example of why you should charge your battery. So we'll just run out there and it's shut down. You can see this little tail race of black sands and gold building up in here. What we're going to do, I'm going to plug on another battery. I'm going to show you why this mat isn't affected by surging with your stop starts like a lot of systems are. See how that material's become active straight away again? And you can actually see the gold still piled up in there. It's always a good idea to feed wet material, but when using this with the rock crusher, that's why we have the spray bars to wet the material as it's coming out of the sluice. see the concentration of zircon. Copier, gold, gold, gold. This is a really heavy concentrate. I'm going to shut this off. Show you just how thick this is. See the little gemstones up the top? We've got gold here. Not a lot of material though. So that's it, nice and clean. Now the trick with any clean up sluice, give it a little surge. Get the rest of that material out of here. It's built up, because you end up with a bit of a reverse riffle form in here. Alright. I'll best get you on the top of your pen. Can't really see that, can you? Now there's some pretty fine stuff up there. Some flat flaky stuff here too, but the size, that's pretty damn small. That's what we really love about this dream mat. It's super, super, super fine stuff. Very easy to catch. You'll catch a good majority of gold running a cleanup system using V-rib, and it works pretty efficiently, but from testing we've done Victoria in the Golden Triangle, close to about 30% of the reefy, flat and kind of jagged gold that'll actually build momentum and tumble through those little rows in the V-rib. That's why I don't really use the V-rib myself, but it is a quick way to skim out about 70% of your gold. I'll just pan this down. Not a bad little cleanup, is it? It looks chunky and massive on this camera, but it's not much there at all. It's really flat stuff. Anyway, so that's how you can use this thing as a standalone. With the legs, now you obviously don't have to buy the leg kit. You can make your own legs. You can mount it to a bucket. I'll actually show you a demo I did for a bloke. Using a bucket like this. With water in your bucket, that's going to stay stable, and you can adjust bolts down through the bucket to set your angle. Run exactly the same, run your bilge pump out of there. That's one way to do it. I'm sure a lot of people will come up with their own ways to make these stand up who don't want the leg kits. They're not cheap to make, the leg kits. It's a lot of components, and yeah, it's we're pretty proud of these legs. They can be expanded from 6 inches out to 13 and a half. So you can use these on any sluice or high banker. And we do have a new product coming out which is similar to a high banker. It's not a sluice, it's not a high banker, but it'll have this same lead kit on it, and you'll be seeing that very soon. But in the meantime, this will be going live today on our website, and probably made about 15 of these at the moment. I'll make a whole lot more during the holiday period and into the new year, but for now we've got, I think, 15 almost ready to go. So if you have any questions, guys, post your questions below.